High blood pressure, tobacco use, high blood glucose, physical inactivity, overweight and obese, high cholesterol, unsafe sex, alcohol use, underweight children are just some of the leading causes of death based on a 2018 study. Number 4 on the list is what I'll be talking about today, so keep watching this video to find out more. Being a couch potato, gamer, sluggish or sluggard, lazy, immobile, jobless or static, not even exercising, a sedentary or inactive lifestyle, you have probably heard of all of these phrases and they mean the same thing. A lifestyle of a lot of sitting and laying down and very little to no exercise. In the United States and around the world, people are spending more and more time doing sedentary activities. During our leisure time, we're often sitting while using a computer or device, watching TV or playing video games. Many of our jobs have even become more sedentary, while long days sitting at a desk. And the way most of us even get around today is probably in a car, on a bus, in a train, or even a plane, or something else. Even if you're on a bicycle, you're still sitting down. All these have led to an inactive lifestyle, which is dangerous. Why, you may ask? Because an inactive lifestyle is a major underlining cause of death, disease, and disability. Did you know that approximately 5.3 million deaths every year attribute to physical inactivity? This is why I want to share this information with you today, because you know that over 12 years ago, I began a new journey and was able to lose over 140 pounds in just 14 months. So I believe that the findings from these medical studies on risk factors suggest that an inactive lifestyle is one of the 10 leading causes of death and disability in the world. Again, and it is ranked number 4 as the leading cause of deaths worldwide. Physical inactivity increases all cases of mortality, not some, but all cases of mortality, doubling the risk of having some serious diseases, raising your risk of a premature death. So the more inactive you are, the higher your health risks are. How does an inactive lifestyle affect your body, you may ask? When you have an inactive lifestyle, you burn less or fewer calories. This makes you more likely to gain weight instead of either maintaining or losing weight. You may lose muscle strength and endurance because you're not using your muscles as much as you should or could be. Your bones may get weaker and lose some of that mineral content that it needs. Your metabolism, probably know a lot about this, your metabolism may even be affected and your body may have more trouble breaking down fats and sugars. Your immune system may not work as well. You may even have poor blood circulation. Your body may have more inflammation. For those that are dealing with inflammation, swollen joints, this could be a cause. You may develop a hormonal imbalance. What are these health risks that I want to share with you today? Well, before I share, if you haven't already done so, I would like for you to take a moment, like this video, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if in fact you find this content to be very useful for you or someone else that you know, make sure you share it with your friend, family, or loved ones. Now, what are some of the health risks of an inactive lifestyle? As I mentioned earlier, an inactive lifestyle can be one of the leading causes of many chronic diseases. By not getting regular exercise, you raise your risk of diseases. Obesity, meaning you have too much fat. That is different from being overweight, which means weighing too much. The weight may come from muscle, bone, fat, or body water. I used to say mine came from, just muscles, but both terms mean someone's weight is greater than what's considered healthy. For you, based on your height probably. Obesity happens over time when you eat more calories than you use. Of course, you didn't go from skinny to fat in 24 hours, and neither did you go from fat to skinny in 24 hours. Like I told you, it took me 14 months. So the balance between calories in and calories out differs for each person. Some factors that might affect your weight include your genetic makeup, overeating, eating high fatty foods, and not being physically active. Obesity increases our risk or your risk of diabetes, heart disease, strokes, arthritis, and some cancers. If you have obesity, even losing 5 to 10% of your weight can delay or prevent some of these diseases. For example, that means losing 10 to 20 pounds if you weigh about 200 pounds. Heart disease, including coronary artery disease and heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States, and it's a major cause of disability. There are many different forms of heart disease. The most common cause of heart disease is a narrowing or blockage of the coronary arteries, the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart itself. This is called coronary artery disease and happens slowly over time. Notice, most of the things I'm going to be sharing in this video today happen slowly over time. It's not something that just happens right away. But as we sit and are inactive, these symptoms or situations or diseases develop over a period of time. This is a major reason why people have heart attacks. Other kinds of heart problems may also evolve from your valves, your heart valves, or other diagnoses that your doctor may diagnose in regards to your heart. But you can help reduce this risk of your heart disease by taking steps, no pun intended, but literally taking steps, getting up from where you are, making moves, one foot in front of the other several times a day to control factors that put you at greater risk, like being physically active. High blood pressure, something I dealt with for years, but was able to overcome by getting more active. Although I'm pretty sure that you know what high blood pressure is, I want to make sure you understand blood pressure is the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your arteries. Each time your heart beats, it pumps blood into the arteries. Your blood pressure is the highest when your heartbeat is pumping the blood. This is called systolic pressure. When your heart is at rest between beats, your blood pressure falls, so on and so forth. Most of us are familiar with there is a top number and a bottom number, and a good range is probably about like 120/80, but don't take what I said necessarily. Make sure you're seeing your doctor or talking to your physician that you treat with on a regular basis. How can you be diagnosed with high blood pressure? Well, that means that you have to get blood pressure tests on a regular basis. This could be from your provider. You may also find a place in the store. You may even have a blood pressure cuff in your home and do it yourself. Whatever way or method in which you use, checking your blood pressure often is going to be the easiest way to find out if you have high blood pressure, maintain blood pressure, or even possibly low blood pressure. When your blood stays at a high level for a long period of time, it causes the heart to pump harder and work over time, possibly leading to serious health problems such as heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and kidney failure. Now, you don't have to keep high blood pressure. Like I said, I had high blood pressure at one time too, and I no longer have it because I took action and I made healthier choices. I didn't need the medication that some of you may need, and I got really active physically, which really helped. I no longer deal with high blood pressure. As a matter of fact, like I told you, I think that you can overcome a lot of these medical situations if you just become active. If you looked at the thumbnail before you actually joined the video, you'll see that I had a picture of a toe of someone's foot as if they're in the morgue with a toe tag on it. Could that be you, is what I'm insinuating. Could that possibly end up being you? It could have been me much sooner than what needs to be. Other diseases that you could be caused by inactivity is high cholesterol. I would highly recommend that you look it up. The most common cause of high cholesterol is unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy eating habits, such as eating lots of bad fats. One type of fat, saturated fat, is found in some meats, dairy products, chocolate, baked goods, and deep fried foods. Some of the things that I absolutely gave up when I started my journey, one being deep fried foods. Processed foods is another way that you can cause you to have high cholesterol. Other types of trans fat and some fried and processed foods. Eating these fats can raise your bad cholesterol. And again, the common theme throughout this video is your lack or our lack of physical activity. Age and heredity, weight and race, they all have a factor in high cholesterol. So this is why I'm saying see your medical provider. just to double check and see where you stand with your personal health. There are ways to lower your cholesterol medicine. Other diseases that are caused by this are stroke, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, colon cancers, breast cancer, uterine cancer. Your risk of getting these are heightened due to inactivity. So let's get busy. Osteoporosis, which we know we all need our bones to be able to get around, to be able to move like we need to. So I would highly recommend get it going. I need my legs. I love running. I couldn't imagine right now not being able to be physically able to do some of the things that I do. I can't imagine for some of you mothers that are out there, some of you fathers, some of you grandparents, you may be doing something, but as we get ready to wrap this video up, I want you to get started with doing something. You don't have to do a whole lot to get started. You just have to start somewhere. Taking steps, one step in front of another step in front of another step. And look, I believe if you do it long enough, you'll begin seeing the benefits that you need. An active lifestyle changes lives. Those who are active, stay active. Those who are active, based on the information I've shared today, possibly live longer. It doesn't keep us from dying, but it does help us not to get to death so soon. So some of the things I would recommend that you do if you're just beginning or you're not sure where to start, clean your house. Housework, garden work are all physical activities. You can benefit by intensifying some of those activities. Gardening, let's not just sit in front of the TV and just watch it. Instead, why don't you take and lift weights while you're watching TV or a movie? Do some potential yoga stretches, or if you have a bike that you can pedal in your home, get on the bike and pedal while you're watching a movie instead of just sitting on the couch and watching TV. You know, do some type of in-home workout or find a gym that you can get in with. I just want you to do something to get started. If you have a buddy that you can pair it with, go ahead and pair it with a buddy or a friend. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or dad. Get the kids, pile up the car, go to a park, and if you don't have a vehicle, just get the stroller or take the kids, get them started on their wellness journey, and just take a walk for at least 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm sure that you'll feel better, you'll move better, and you'll live a lot longer. So again, let's get moving, get active to be fit. I, Freddrick, believe in you and that you're able to overcome whatever the obstacles are that hold you back and keeps you from being active. So, before we end this video, I'm going to remind you, if this video was helpful in any kind of way, I want you to take a moment, stop, hit like, leave a comment in the descriptions below. I also have a link where you can click on the link and suggest questions, comments, and we can converse back and forth. And hopefully maybe you can share a thought or a topic that I'll come back and share later. So subscribe now, hit that bell. I'm Freddrick Williams with CrossFit Lifestyle. It has been a pleasure, and I'm thankful that you watched this video. Until next time, get up and live the life you deserve. Be blessed.